Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xcentaur here and welcome back to another video. Now I hope all of you are doing well because I am as always, and in this video we have some crazy E175 rework news. Now let's just start off with the basics guys. So I have just watched like an hour and a half stream that Infinite Flight just put out and I thought I'd watch it all to see if there was any sneaky news in there, and it turns out there was. So it's a good job that we went there, and we're going to go to this random Saudi Arabian airport for today's video by the looks of it. And basically I have a whole A4 page of paper on just Infinite Flight news and E175 news. Now I think there's also some other general news which quite a few of you will be aware of, is that Infinite Flight have actually shipped the update to Apple for approval. So they are currently awaiting on approval from the Apple store for them to even be able to release this update. And this airport actually looks really cool. Can't believe that. Is that a custom tower as well? No, never been it. So the first bit of news I actually got is about LaGuardia International Airport, about upcoming 22.7 updates. So KLGA, I think, should be chilling around here. Here we go. You're coming in 3D. This airport will be in 3D in the 22.7 update. And there's also Newark Airport. Now, it was mentioned that it's in 3D for the developers and beta testers apparently. However, they weren't able to confirm whether it was coming out in this 22.7 update or if it's going to be out in 22.8. So that was left sort of quiet. Okay, now the engines on the aircraft of the E175, they sort of reminded me of the blades of the A330 sort of engines, I'm pretty sure. So they look quite similar to that, and the wingtip on the E175 in the upcoming rework guys looks phenomenal. So hopefully we'll be able to look at these engines very quickly. Can we just find them? Yeah, they sort of reminded me the blades of like this sort of look. So the engines did look there really good. Now the landing gear again sort of looked quite similar actually. I feel like they had a little bit less detail on the E175. I thought there'd be a bit more detail on the landing gear, but again that might have just been from the little bit of views that we saw. Now also the types of seats within the E175 like cockpit, so not the cockpit, the cabin, are different to these usual blue seats we have. They're sort of beigey colour, and they look a bit nicer, and honestly it's like a 2-1 seating configuration we're inside the E175. So I think that again is a really good thing to talk about. Now another thing about the E175, I want to talk about the cockpit. So we're going to go on the A220 because I feel like they're sort of similar in cockpit wise. Now the E175 cockpit has literally been made from scratch, and the paint jobs as well on the aircraft look really smooth, maybe not quite as good as the A220. Now the reason I've gone in the A220 here is because of the cockpit. You can see how well designed this cockpit is. Now multiply that by 2 because the E175 cockpit is about 2 times better. What is going on with the wall here? What is going on? So the cockpit in the E175 is honestly quality and worth. It's definitely worth the wait, and it's definitely the best cockpit we have yet seen. Now a thing that Infinite Flight like to use in their terms when we talk about updates is soon. Oh, I am so fed up of hearing the word soon, like literally everyone. So it's literally nothing new. We always hear the word soon. So, you know, I'm not too fussed about that, you know. We get used to it, okay? So the update's coming soon. Now, I'm very soon they're used as well. So I'm honestly thinking it's going to be out this weekend, which is, you know, a bit oofy for me. But you guys don't worry. Now, unfortunately, I have some sad E175 news now. Now, you see these engines and that, you know, in the 777 that we have custom engine sounds. There will be no custom engine sounds on the E175. So like on the 777s here, we got them custom Trent engines or GW engines, whatever they're called. They're custom with custom sounds. But unfortunately, there will be no custom sounds in the E175 rework coming to Infinite Flight. Now, I do love the 777, to be honest. Now, the E175 has been like reworked from scratch. So they've made it from literally the beginning again. So they can't just reuse it. See, when we rework other aircraft such as the A320s or the 737s, all they really have to do is stretch the fuselage and add a few more instruments or remove a few, depending whether you're going up or down the variants. So that is why the E175 has taken so long. It's made from scratch, which is why it honestly looks that good. So we might as well go back and look at the E175. You know, it is an E175 video. There we go. So also within the E175 cockpit, now this is something I found quite cool, and I don't know if this is like a general E175 thing, but you can actually see the altitude of the next waypoint. So it'll be, I think it'll appear on like that screens and this one here, and you can actually see the altitude of the next waypoint that you're headed to in infinite flight. You know, and you could sort of just see, or like whether the plane's got to ascend or descend towards the next checkpoint or waypoint, which I think again is another really cool thing that is coming. I feel like it's a normal feature, but it's cool. Okay. Now, there's also, Infinite Flight did have to plea that there is a lot happening behind scenes that users can't see in between updates, and I do believe that, and I totally back them in that. So we do need to sometimes be patient, even though we get impatient, but there is a lot going on behind scenes apparently. Now, the reason for them no custom sounds that I mentioned a few minutes ago is that apparently sometimes custom sounds cause bugs, and to remove these bugs you can't actually remove the aircraft sounds, so it would pretty much make the development timeline much longer and stretched. So that's, you know, from what I could work out, it just makes it longer. Now there is another airport as well coming in 3D, but I think everyone already knows about this. It's Cage. I'm pretty sure it's like a snow destination, like for skiing in the United States. But if we, you know, if we can ever get there, that airport there is coming in 3D, KEGE. And the Cord, again, Chicago will be in the following 22.8 or 23.1 update. Now, there are potential for cloud improvements as well coming to Infinite Flight. Obviously, not for a very long time. They're not even in alpha testing, but it was mentioned that clouds, they are working, or there is someone trying to work to see if we can get all the types of clouds. However, precipitation and weather was sort of excluded from this, so we won't be getting any rain or anything, okay? Now, it was also well known that work on the E190, which is the next aircraft to be reworked, has already begun. And it could potentially, you know, be a lot further down the line than you would expect. So that's crazy. And with regards to what aircraft's coming after next, they could not confirm or would not confirm. But your best bet is to head over to the Infinite Flight community and take a vote. Now, they're also working on progressive taxi instructions. So we'll chill at this airport. And basically, you know how like on like certain taxiways and that they got like B's and C's, like Bravo, Charlie's, Deltas and that. They're working on ways to implement this in Infinite Flight airports, and then on ATC we'll be able to give you progressive taxi instructions. So that's sort of being worked on apparently. So again, that's another crazy thing. And many of you watching this, if you're not a pro subscriber, I'm really sorry, you're not going to like this news. The E175 has always been a paid aircraft, and unfortunately it's going to stay that way. There will be no free E175 liveries in the upcoming update. Now, however, there was a new livery confirmed, and it's Republic Airways livery. That you can just watch back the stream. It's towards the end when after they landed, you saw the livery. So the Republic Airways livery is confirmed. And within the cockpit again, there is also some other news that I just want to show you guys within the amazing cockpit here. Well, okay, I mean amazing. This isn't an amazing cockpit at the moment. Soon to be amazing. You can see that, oh, it's not even really there. Generally, there's a door here. But this door now opens within the new cockpit. So the cockpit door now opens, okay, which is really cool. So I have just gone through an A4 page of paper of news that I have written down, which seemed interesting and relevant. So if you guys did enjoy or find any of it helpful, please let me know down below. But other than that, I will see you all in my next video. Just remember, guys, for now, I'm still at uni, still settling in. I'm not replying to many comments at the moment. But I will see you all in my next video. Good night.
Find your way.